Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. Bunch of things to cover today. First off, happy 4th of July to everyone. Hope you have a great day and a great weekend. We're going to talk about COVID tests today. So MLB just released its first COVID-19 test for players and staff members. We're going to get into all of those numbers here in a second. Also, we are dog sitting today, so you might be able to hear my son and daughter screaming at the dog. If you do, it's a little English bulldog, this little tiny guy. I think it's an English bulldog. Anyways, he's really cute. They'll probably be screaming and yelling at him as he runs around the house. Also, guys, before we get started with today's video, I want you to check this t-shirt out. All right, so I was going to do a dedicated video on this, but I realized that I have it on. And so, hey, I'll show it to you right now. This t-shirt is amazing. True Classic Tees. They sent me a ton of these t-shirts. Said, hey, try them out. Let us know what you think. They're excellent. All I do is wear them every single day. I got like one in every color. It's awesome. Super soft. They fit great. If you want to check them out, good news for you guys, you can get 15% off. Okay, so in the description box below, I'm going to put a little link. I'll put the promo code there as well. You type that in, and bang, you get 15% off of this baby. They come in like literally every single color. They are now my favorite shirt. So I'm going to make a dedicated video on this later, but I figured since I got it on, I'll shoot it over to you guys. Okay, so now let's get into the numbers from that COVID-19 test. So MLB Communications said the first set of results of COVID-19 testing have been jointly announced by MLB and the MLB players. So here's the news release. It says MLB and MLBPA announced first COVID-19 test results. Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association jointly announced today the first set of results of the COVID-19 testing conducted as part of a mandatory intake screening process under MLB's COVID-19 health monitoring and testing plan prior to the workouts and full baseball activities that are beginning today. The independent Utah laboratory has reported the results through the first week of intake testing. The total number of positive tests is 38, which is 1.2% of the 3,185 total samples collected and tested. 31 of 38 positives are players and 7 are staff members. 19 different clubs had one or more individuals test positive during intake testing. So here's a couple of quick thoughts overall on this, and then we're going to show some managers and some GMs and some of their thoughts. The first thing is that I think the numbers are probably a little bit lower than a lot of people thought. Now, I know some people, I've talked to people just in general conversation and also through social media, and I know some are saying, listen, unless we have 0 cases, we can't play baseball. Well, that's not going to happen. I don't think we're ever going to get to 0 cases, especially with the amount of positive cases going up every day in the U.S. So the question isn't, are we going to get to 0? The question is, how many positive tests will MLB think is too many? And I think right now, they don't think that's too many. Obviously, I hope everyone is well with these and recovers, but I just don't think we're ever going to get to a point where we don't have any positive cases from players. Now, some people have also said to me that, the Korean League, they had no positive cases when they started. And so we can't start over here with 31 positive cases. Again, Korea and the U.S., very different situations as a country when it comes to the amount of positive cases with COVID. So again, I just don't think 0 cases is going to be realistic. Now, the last thing is that, numbers are going to go up from here as players begin to travel and they play games, right? Like I said earlier, the cases in the U.S. are rising every day, and a lot of the cities, especially some of these cities that are seeing surges in cases, those are cities that some of these teams play in. And so, can MLB and can the players keep the cases down as much as possible? Can they keep it under control? That's something that we're going to see. Okay, so now a couple of thoughts from some general managers and managers. This is a USA Today article, which I'll put in the description below if you want to read the entire thing. So the first one is from Mike Hazen, GM of the Diamondbacks. He said, it will be encouraging if we can keep that to that level. Arizona Diamondbacks GM Mike Hazen said, it's going to be on all of us to do our best to do that. Just because we get through the quarantine, just because we pass multiple tests doesn't mean behaviors can go back to normal. It means practicing social distancing even when we're at the field. Being mindful of where you are in space, wearing a mask all of the time. It's going to be on all of us. What are we doing at night? Going home and being mindful when we go out to the grocery store and things like that. that we're still practicing those behaviors. I think that's what it's going to require for us to stay safe through the season. Then you have Madden, manager of the Angels. He says, every organization really needs to tighten up their bubble, Madden says, and that's what we're trying to do. We're asking you to be the best version of yourself and be the best teammate you've ever been in your life. We need you to follow the protocols and for you to be the best teammate ever. And the last thing, a few people have been asking me, what happens to players that test positive? So right now, any player who tests positive for COVID-19, they must test negative twice, at least 24 hours apart from one another, with no fever for 72 hours before they can rejoin the team. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And these test results, they're going to continue to test a lot throughout the year, so I'm sure we'll get a lot of new announcements with how the testing is going and how players are doing as far as positive tests. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I'll let you guys know as I hear. Hopefully, again, Major League Baseball and the players are able to do a good job so that we can get this season started up and keep everyone as safe as possible. So that's all we have. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, share with all your friends, all that good stuff. Thank you to our patrons on Patreon for supporting the channel, and we'll talk to you later.